All right. Thank you, Shine. I would like to greet everyone in this beautiful cloudy, half sunny spring day. Thank you for separating your valuable time for us for today. And it's our second, this is basically we're going to soon start our second cycle. That's why we have this info session to give you information about in general in our boot camp. And it's good to see you all here, guys. First, let's us introduce ourselves. Then we can start with Shaheen. Shaheen, can you please talk about yourself? Then I'll go from there.
Thank you, Fuad. It is also a little gloomy day in Houston, Texas, where I'm currently residing, but it is a beautiful day. This is our first this is our first info session for our second batch. We have successfully completed our first batch. Our students are already in the market. They're benefiting from the education that they gained. And as per myself, my name is Shaheen Garmov. You can call me Sean. I have more than 10 years of experience in the field. Currently, I'm lead SDET in a major financial regulator. Up to this point, in the last 10 years, I've had exposure to finance, healthcare, entertainment, communication, regulatory, and there are a couple other domains that I've been part of. I've enjoyed the whole journey. It's not just about the job itself, but it's about the journey as well. And basically here we'll be welcoming you to take the same journey with us. On my free time, I enjoy solving problems, solving puzzles. I used to do math questions, but I forgot all those functions and stuff back in the time. But I believe that is something that is helping me in development as well, in coding and test engineering as well, because it is what you do. You try to find solutions to different questions. You try to be creative. As I said earlier, I'm currently in Houston, but being in IT, there is no physical location that can set us back. Houston doesn't mean I cannot work from Canada or from Europe. Doesn't matter, right? Mm-hmm. Thank you, Fuad. I guess that's a little bit about myself.
Thank you. So I'm Fuad Süleyman. Been in this industry for a long time, 6 years solid experience. Before that, I had some education experience in the IT field. And I'm currently listed in one of the major banking industry. And then I have this experience in several domains such as investment banking, healthcare, and etc. For free times, I like to play chess. I enjoy as a software engineer. We have to be problem solver, and also we have to be strategic. That's why the chess is the kind of closer to me in that way. So I enjoy it. I currently reside in Alexandria, Virginia. The weather is these days, I don't know what's going on. Yesterday it was such a beautiful. We were sitting outside eating our steaks, but today it's kind of rain in the morning. No, the sun is trying to show herself, but still in the decision stage, couldn't decide what she's going to do with it. So that's all about us. Let's continue. What is our mission in this SDET bootcamp? So before diving into that, Shaheen already mentioned that we have successfully completed our first cycle, and this is our implementation for the second cycle. So our students from first cycle, they're pretty satisfied and they're in the market. And like Shaheen mentioned, they're benefiting all the things that they have learned within this SDET bootcamp and ELM School. And hopefully we're expecting soon as possible, the job offers, and we're trying to push them, and also they are trying to push themselves, and soon we're gonna get a lot of offers, and I have no doubt about it. So what's our mission? Provide valuable engineers like we did in the first cycle to this in the IT industry, and help the people open a new chapter in their lives. And I'm sure if you ask our students from the first cycle, they already opened their new chapter in their lives and they're pretty happy about it. And the third thing that we mentioned in here, grow a worldwide family of engineers, that we did already. We have now small family with the first end of the first cycle, and now in the second cycle, we want to try to extend that family and grow that family and become more and more. Why do we put it as our mission? Because we want to be everywhere. Like Shahin said, being IT engineer is not like sticking on some location like let's say any other majors. IT engineer can be anywhere and can work anywhere in the world, and that's the mission we put in here: grow a worldwide wide family of engineers. As the many engineers we grow, we educate, and they can become a family of a member of our family. And tomorrow, whenever we need them, whenever they need us, we will be there for each other's, and we'll back each other up. So that's our mission, and we're still going on. Why should you consider to change your path from different field to IT? First reason, growing demand. So the IT industry, guys, like we mentioned in here, is growing really rapidly, and there is a high demand for skilled professionals, regardless of current news. So what does that mean, current news? Like if you watch TV or news, that you see that there are a lot of, how I can say, you can hear like Amazon fired 10,000 people, Microsoft fired, I don't know, 500 people. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Microsoft fires, that's okay. Google hires. Google fires, that's fine. Amazon hires. So there is no limitation for this in this industry. There is no like, I cannot find a job. If you are a skilled engineer, if you have good education, if you know that you are a valuable engineer, you're going to find a job, because it's still high demand. The company that I'm working right now, they're still looking for someone. It's like it's like resizable something, that there is no end of the jobs in here. It doesn't matter if we are in recession or something. So don't worry about that. Second reason, quick education. Ability to get trained in a short period of time. What does that mean? Is like a special like bootcamp like us that we promise to our first cycle, and we did it. We said we're going to make you ready for the market in 4 months. In such a short period of time, you're going to be ready for the market, and you're going to hunt for your future jobs. So we did it, and they're doing it. That short period of time was enough to start. Flexible work options. Many jobs in this field can be done remotely, and flexible schedule. That's why we said flexible work options. So like IT is the field, like we mentioned earlier, you are not like, you don't have to stick in somewhere. You do not have to have like tight schedule, like, oh, okay, I have to work from 9 to 5. No, IT is not like that. IT is this industry is very flexible. You can live in East Coast, you can work for Japan, you can live in Japan, you can work for, let's say, Great Britain. So there is no time frame. It's very flexible, and it can be done from everywhere. Quick employment, like I said, like we said before, like there's a growing demand in this field for the skilled people. So that's why it's very easy to find. It's very easy to find the job if you are skilled engineer in this IT industry. So it's not like being let's say economics professional, that you're going to study for 4 years and then you're going to look for a job, and first you cannot find a job right away. First you need to be intern for a couple of years, right? And then you need to become a let's say credit specialist, then you need to become a senior credit specialist, then you need to become a branch director assistant, then you need to become a manager, blah 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 blah. There are like numbers of steps, but it's not like that in IT industry. You get trained. If you have that skills, if the company thinks that you're going to be valuable for them, they will hire you. So they do not put you into that kind of class levels that they only care about what you have in your brain instead of what you have like in years. It doesn't matter for them. So if you want to add.
Yeah, I don't mean to interrupt. I just want to give you a break and also add a couple 2 cents of mine about these points. Yeah, like Fatma earlier mentioned, you probably are hearing the news that, I don't know, 10,000 people are laid off, 11,000 people are laid off. One thing we noticed in the current market, yes, those news make the headlines, but they don't say out of those 11,000 people that Amazon has fired, how many of them are actually IT engineers? If you look into the numbers, not more than 2,000-3,000. And if you look deeper into the numbers, you'll find out that some of those people have left themselves. So basically, at the end of the day, even though if you pile up all the news that they are saying that these many people are laid off, you'll realize that even though the numbers are in like total of 100 or 200,000, what you'll see in the details is that these are actually people who are not related to IT. Now, why do these companies make a headline? Simply because they are big names in the industry. So when you're talking about FANG, they're called FANG: Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, and Google. But these are names that have been there for forever as IT companies. However, they are not the biggest employers. If you look into the current IT field, I hear like it also applies to our graduates. I hear that more people are getting hired by places that have never considered IT before. You have counties, you have police precincts, you have more and more government openings, you have smaller institutions that are hiring IT engineers on board. And the
Medical
demand
field.
is going to grow. I'm sorry?
Medical fields.
Yeah, medical field. The demand is going to grow. There is another huge game changer that is coming into IT. You probably have heard about ChatGPT. If you haven't heard about it, let us be the people who tell you what ChatGPT is. It is going to be a big game changer. A lot of people are now scared that their jobs are going to be lost because ChatGPT is going to take that away. Not just ChatGPT, similar technologies. This is perfect time to get in. This is not the time to be afraid. This is not the time to think that, okay, things are going to go south from here. No, this is the perfect time to get in, especially if you want to create something, you want to be creative, you have that right mindset, and you want to adapt to the changes, especially if you don't want to stay on the sidelines and just watch what is happening. If you want to ride this tide, this is the perfect time to join. This is the great time to be a good engineer. And just one more thing I want to say, Fuad knows and our graduate students know, this Tuesday of this week, I started looking for a job, a new job in my field. And I can tell you that it took me 3 days to get an offer. That tells you, I mean, who can tell me an industry where it takes you 3 days from the time of you submitting your resume to the time of getting an offer? No other industry will give you that opportunity. If you're a lawyer, it will take you like maybe a month. If you are an engineer, it will take you a month or two. If you are a marketing engineer or whatever, right? Marketing specialist, it will take you weeks. Last time I read official unemployment documentation, right now, US is enjoying the lowest unemployment in the history. That is right. It is around 3.5%. And guess what is the unemployment rate in the IT industry? Even lower than that. Like by IT, I mean like engineers and stuff, not people who work in IT. It is somewhere around 2%. It means that if it is hard to find someone to do a job in different job places, it is twice as hard to find someone to do a job in IT. And I can tell you that from my current team, we have been looking to hire some good engineers. We have like 4 positions open in my team that I'm working on. We have 4 positions open. We have not been able to fill those positions in the last 3 months now. Okay. Please take over, Fuad. Didn't mean to interrupt. Just wanted to give some peace of mind. Okay. Yeah, salaries. You are on mute. Let me unmute you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Shine. Yep. And the salaries also, guys, can be another reason for you to consider change your path to the IT field. So like I said earlier, let's say if you want to become a successful, let's say economic person, or successful marketing person, or successful doctor, doesn't matter. You need to start from the very, very low stage, but the IT is not like that. IT doesn't require you to start from zero. I mean, education-wise, yes, there you can start from zero, but I'm talking about the work-wise. As you see, the salaries, like an hourly rate is starting from 55, 60, depends on how your interviews goes through. So it can be another reason, like a financial reason to consider to change your path to the IT. So what skills you'll gain with us, why you should choose the ELM School. As a technical skills, we're going to educate, teach Java, programming language, Selenium WebDriver for automation, rest assured another automation tool, HTML for the UI development, Git for version control, Postman and for manual API testing, and etc. These are the technical skills, and we didn't even write everything in here because otherwise this slide was not going to be enough. By the way, I'm not trying to scare you guys. It's actually a good thing that you will be able to gain this much of skills in a very short period of time. These were the technical skills. As soft skills that we're going to learn. Agile software development is the methodology where you're going to learn how to act and how to talk in the interview process. You will have your mentoring opportunities. You will act like teachers in this school, and you will explain things, explain things to the students, like your class friends, and by this way you will gain some teaching skills, and it will help you to have that kind of talking in front of the crowd. We will provide that kind of opportunities, and also we will build your testing mindset. I assure you one thing, that once you join this class, you won't look at the world like you used to before. So you won't just go and look at the traffic light, and you won't think about, oh, okay, it has a three different colors. No, you will think like, how does it work internally? So if I did build this, how should I test it? Or when you drive a car, when you see a Tesla, when you see a Mercedes, you will think about how it actually works. When you open the navigation, and if you want to go somewhere, you're not gonna look at like just a tool. You'll think that like back the side of it, like the side that you have never thought about it. How it takes me from A point to B point. These all skills you will gain in this school, ELM School, in a very short period of time. So who can join to our classes? Who can join to ELM School? Anyone who is older than 18 years old, and plus, this is the most important part, is who has the passion to learn, guys. Because we can teach you everything, but we cannot teach you have that passion. If you do not have that passion, I would not recommend you to join the classes. So I want you to have, because we want 100% commitment from our students. So we do not need your background. I don't, if you've been working as a waitress or Uber driver, or I don't know, like marketing manager, it doesn't matter for me. If you do not have IT background, that's all right. If you know what's mouse, what's monitor, what's keyboard, you know how to turn on the computer, that's enough for me, guys, for us. Intermediate English level is how can I say, important, because especially in programming, if you know English, it means you're starting 1-0 up front. So that's why, because our classes are in English, so that's why we would prefer you to have at least intermediate English level. And work authorization in the residing country, this is an optional bullet point that we put it in here. Like, if you don't want to find a job right away, after school, this is not important. If you do not have an authorization, that's fine. But if you want to find your job and then start your career right away, work authorization in the residing country is good. Is green card good? Yes, it is good enough, guys, to find a job as soon as possible once you finish the school. It's because green card provides you the all rights, the every rights that the citizens have in this country. How can you join the program? All you need to do, just go to this ELM School join course section and then fill the application there, sign the contract, and then select the earliest available cycle and join to that one. That easy. You see, we do not require a lot of stuff. It's very easy to join our classes, and then you can continue with us. Shine, anything that you want to add in here? Or?
I see that we have some questions coming in. Thank you very much for asking those. If you have questions, currently everyone is on mute. Please feel free to use the chat function that you have on Zoom. We will answer those questions in time. Fuad already answered about the green card. So the joining the program is simple. Again, like Fuad said, all we need is intermediate level of English. All we need is your passion to learn and grow, and all you need is your self-motivation that you want to, like I said earlier, join this ride and change your life. Be the ones who are in front of the change, not who are going by the change, right? Other than that, no. The process to join the program is very simple. Like Fuad said, you just need to submit your information. Based on the information that you submit, we're going to have the contract designed for you. The contract will have all the details, and our next cycle starts on May 15th. It's 3 weeks or 4 weeks, 3 weeks from now, right? Mm-hmm. And we will lead the way for you. And our future slides will talk about, things that you will need. What you want to lead?
Sure. The equipment that you will need once you join the school, it's very simple actually. The operating system, Windows preferred or Mac computers, totally fine, doesn't matter. CPU can be Intel i5 or higher, which is not very, I can say, important if you have like simple computer. Like either Intel i5 or AMD Ryzen 7 or higher, that's totally fine. Storage, 128 GB or more would be great. And SSD is recommended, guys. Try to have the solid state drive because it's kind of faster, especially when we work with these automation tools and the programming language, it will be better. And dual monitor setup is highly recommended because at work, once you finish the school, once you join the work, you will need to be able to work with this dual monitor, and it will, plus at school, it's good to listen to the tutors, listen to your teachers, and on the left side or on the right side, and then one monitor for you to practice the skills that you're learning at school. And all this studying materials will be provided by school, and plus no one prevents you to research more and learn more from the internet. Internet is a vast and an extensive ocean of information. So what the materials that will be provided to you guys is enough, but this IT field does not have limitations, guys. Always try to learn. When I call the student is good student, when they ask me the questions that I don't know how to answer, then I like that student, guys. So then I know that, okay, this student is good because he knows more than, or she knows more than me. That's what I like. How will the education structure look like, guys? The education structure will be remote or virtual, however you call. We will have the Northwest European education approach. If Shahin wants, he can talk about this Northwest European education approach. He will give the information what it looks like.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so thank you for that. So, like you said, all the materials will be provided to you. Those materials will be the least, and most important information for you to be successful, not only in the interview process, but mainly and especially in the work process itself. Fuad and I, like you saw, together we have like more than 15 years of experience. We have been around, we know what is necessary in the workplace. That also contributes to the fact that our school, this particular batch, is going to be 4 months. It's going to be intensive, but it's in the 4 months time you'll be ready. Okay. Now, in terms of the education approach, the strategy that we're following here, thank you, Fuad, for giving me the opportunity to speak a little bit about it. We are used to the standard approach of you come to class, you learn stuff at class, you go home, you practice it. That approach is not as effective as the one that we're going to employ. We have already employed it and we have seen how effective it is. For you to come to the class with a question, like Fuad said, he said that he likes the student, he appreciates the student who will come to the class and ask teacher a question that the instructor does not really know from top of his head, right? How will you be able to do that? The way of doing that is by going with the strategy that we are implementing, Northwest European Education Strategy. What that means is you are not going to come to the class to learn something new. You are going to come to the class to improve what you have learned at home. So the tools that we have, the system that we have developed, and this is, by the way, this is a system that is unique to our school, at least on this field. Based on this system, what will happen is you will have written and video materials plus assignments, which will be made available to you before the day of the class. At home, you will go through these self-guided learning materials, paced learning materials. And when you come to the class, we will, together with you, make sure you are on the right track. So it is the opposite of what's happening in a standard education where you are learning at school and doing your homework at work. It's going to be the complete opposite. You're going to be learning at home, and together with you, we're going to be doing assignments, doing exercises, we're going to be doing homework at school. That will guarantee that if there are any gray areas, if there are any parts of the materials, study materials that you are not comfortable with, you're not confident with, we in the class will address those areas instead of trying to, bring you up to speed with certain things and then making sure you understand it and stuff. No. How will we make sure you are able to understand the given topic? How will we make sure you have fully consumed that topic, that information, by asking you questions during the classes, saying that, what do you think this is? How do you think this works? Let's look into this exercise. Let's look into this situation. Let's look into this scenario and try to solve it together. I personally have seen that in very few places. I have some pedagogical background myself, and I've seen how efficient the system is. And I believe I've been lucky enough to be exposed to it, and by building our system here in ELM School, we are extending that opportunity to you guys. Fuad, if you want to take it from here or any additions, please.
You explained everything well, Shine. Thank you. And I would like to say, if you guys participated in one of our classes, like live classes, you will see that whenever we explain something, the students don't just sit there and listen. That's not that's not Shine likes, that's what we hate. When students don't talk, guys, I think something is wrong. I think I don't breathe. So if there is a question, let's say there's a coding assignment, if I just give you the answer, I'm not a good teacher. It means I just come here to kill time. That's what I see. Teacher shouldn't be like that. Teacher should demand the answer from the student. What I do, for example, X person, please give your approach. The student gives his or her approach, and then I ask another student, what do you think was wrong with his or her approach? Then another student come up with his or her approach. That's how interactive is this education approach that we have in here. So we do not do like that other boot camps or other schools. Like we do not like don't talk, only write. No, everyone will open their microphones, and if they want, they can open their webcams and talk, interactive. That's how we can learn better and practice better. And guided and paced learning that we can, that's what I was meaning with that, supported by unique reading materials, video clips, coding assignments, like Shaheen said, that we have like all video clips about each topic in every tools that we gave you, like we gave you the names like before, like Java, Selenium. We have unique video clips that we made ourselves, and you will watch all those videos before class. When you come to class, we will talk about it, like what did you learn, and we will focus on the practice more, like hands-on practice. Okay. Supplemented by additional reading and practicing and group works. You will have beautiful group works, like in real environments, that you will feel like that you're working for the company, and you will have your own projects to work and then do your automation and your testing. What about the school schedule, guys? School schedule will look like this: Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, which is mandatory classes that you will have. Starts at 7 p.m. Eastern and then ends at the 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. The new topics will be discussed in these days. Wednesdays and Fridays are optional, but most of our students in the first cycle, they were just joining, and they were treating as a required classes, which is great. But it means that they like us and we love them. And these Wednesdays and Fridays are office hours, like we do group works and we recap whatever we learned in the other days. And Saturdays is also required, that we start at 11 a.m. In the morning Eastern time, and we end at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. We cover the new topics on Saturdays, and we did a repetition of the previous classes. That's about our school schedule, guys. Now it's the most interesting part for the people on this call, probably. What will be the tuition? Tuition with the cycle, within the cycle, includes a $1,000 registration fee. It's going to be refundable for 15 calendar days. If you do not happy with us, and you can leave anytime in 15 days, and that $1,000 will be refunded to your account right after. And then monthly installments within the cycle, I mean the education cycle, will be 600 5 times at the end of each 30 days. After you find a job, basically after your post-employment fee is going to be $3,000, and will be divided into 3 equal installments. If you want to pay all, that's fine. It's up to you, but we can make it, we can do like an installment plan, and then you can pay the way you feel comfortable. So in total, basically, it's going to be 7,000, and there could be some certain market support products and services, which are there, and they're extra. That's why we didn't add them in here. If there is any question that I see there is a question, if you cannot join all classes. Plus, guys, all classes will be recorded, will be in our system, that whenever you cannot join the class, you'll let us know. And plus, you will have access all those video materials that after the end of each class, it will be uploaded to you to the system. Then you can go and watch and the video, and then ask your questions if you have any questions.
Couple comments here, Fuad, if I may. So generally, so if you look at the distribution of the tuition, you'll see that 60%, not 60, 45, almost 50% of the tuition we're asking after you find the job. It means we are willing to put our money into you finding the job. Okay. Now, looking at the registration fee, we are charging more than a monthly fee for your registration. Why is that? For two main reasons. One, we are saying that we want to see you commit. Okay, you should not take these classes. If you're saying, you know what, I've seen someone do it, I can probably do it too. No, you have to want to really do it. Okay, and second reason here comes, why are we making this refundable in the first 15 calendar days? Generally, schools make this refundable in a month, and that month, that first month, they talk about everything but serious things. That's why classes last, I don't know, 6 months. Then they say it's going to be 6 months, then it lasts 7 months, then it goes to 8 months, and so on and so forth. We're not doing that. You are going to get a real load of work in the first 15 days. You are actually going to get loaded in the first 15 days. You're going to get loaded more in the first 15 days compared to your later months, later studies. We are doing that to get your commitment as a proof, you know? So if we see that, if you yourself see that you can do it in the first 15 days, then you will be able to say that, you know what, now I can do it till the end of this program, okay? And because we do that, what happens is, we said this program is 4 months. At the end of 4th month, you are ready, period. We're not going to ask for additional couple weeks of studies. We're not going to say, you know what, we couldn't catch up on these materials, let's take another month. No, 4 months, you are done, okay? 5th month, as you can see, like every 30 days, we're asking for $600 for 5 times, for 5 months. Why is that? Because 4 months, your studies are done. 5th month, you are going to be in the market for the whole month, and you should get a job. Okay, we will do everything within our power for you to get the job. This is our promise to you. And besides, by this structure, we're making sure that you will see what's coming. You will not then be able to say that I didn't know it's going to be this much of effort that is required. You will see how much effort is required in the first 15 days. So this is your end of the story, our end of the story. If we see that you're not putting the effort, because we have a specifically designed, uniquely designed system. If we have tools to see that whether you're trying or you're not trying. If we see that you're not trying, even though you might think that you are, you might, I don't know, join the classes and stuff, we will have measurements, we'll have tools to see whether you are really trying to do it or not. If we see you're not trying, you're not taking it seriously, you're not committed, then we will also terminate your participation in the program, and we will say, our apologies, but it looks like you're not committing to it. That's why here is your $1,000 back. Let's try another time if you change your mind. Okay, so in terms of affordability wise, one of the most affordable programs in the market. In terms of results wise, one of the most promising program in the market, and there is no second alternative to this. Okay, so if you have any questions, we will take them at the end of the, again, certain questions we'll answer as we go, but certain questions we'll be answering at the end of the recording during our question and answer session. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's it.
These are our contact information. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Either open your microphone, raise hand button. This should be in Zoom, right? And then we're going to unmute you, and you can ask your question, or you can just type your questions into the meeting chat, and then we can answer your questions. Even after this meeting, if you have any questions, then you can reach out to us with these emails that, as you see, mine is fuad.suleyman@elm.academy, or shahin.karimov@elm.academy. You can email your questions or anything in your mind, whatever is not clear for you, or you can reach out us with this phone number 202-747-6446. And if you want to send us like gift cards, I'm joking, birthday cards or etc. In here we have the PO box. address, then you can reach out us at that mail address too, guys. You visit our website, and if you want to join, just fill out the form, and then we will welcome you in our second cycle.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone who joined. Thank you for what we are wrapping up at perfect time, as we promised, 45 minutes. But now the floor is going to be open for your questions. There are a couple of questions on the chat that we will answer. And at this time, we're going to stop the recording. We're going to allow you guys to unmute yourselves, and we will go directly into our Q&A. Okay, again, thank you very much. I'm looking forward to working with you guys. And by the way, main instructors are going to be Fuad and I. We will also have additional group of, we also have additional team, a group of experienced, seasoned people in the field who will help you guys with different skills, who will guide you through the interview process, who will help you with the, like, who will take you through the real interviews and all. So we are just the people who are on the front. There is a group of people who are doing a lot of work on the background. So, and again, our goal is to grow our family of engineers. Join us, take this hard road. It's not going to be easy. It's going to require a commitment. It's going to require a passion. It's going to require some long nights. But at the end, our promise to you is when you get to the end, you will see the result, you will get the return, and you'll be grateful that you did take this opportunity. Having said that, that's all from me. Thank you very much. What? All good?
Thank you, guys. I'm looking forward to work with you guys, and I see you not as students, as a future colleagues, guys. So
yes, exactly. That's well said. That's well said. We're looking forward to being your future colleagues.
Yeah.
Thank you all. I'm going to stop the recording.